Amanda here with your July 2018 RuneScope, and we've got a couple of big announcements for the month. This month, you want to check out your mid-year check-in readings. They are now available over on my Vimeo channel. You'll find that link below in the details section. Just click or tap show more or the little arrow beneath the video to open that up. Yeah, those readings are covering July through December of this year. So if you want to see how the rest of the year is going to go, that's a reading for you to check out. You can get an idea from that. Also, I'm going to be offering a reading special now through the end of July. I'm calling it 5 for 50. You can ask 5 specific questions. This will be done on Skype, and it's like a little mini reading. We'll answer those questions. Now, they do have to be specific, like, you know, is this person right for me? Will the interview tomorrow go well? You know, will I get the job? Things like that. And no compound or combined questions. It's one question per number. So yeah, I thought I would try that out, see how it goes for those of you that were wanting a cheaper option and you know, you can't afford the $70 reading. Those will always be available though if you need more in-depth information. But yeah, I thought I would give it a go. We'll see how it does. If I get a lot of response, a lot of takers, we may continue doing that, but yeah, the details will be below, again, in that same section, so just check that out below. But turning our attention to July, we're going to be using the Golden Tarot by Kat Black in conjunction with our runes for your July RuneScope. Then also your spiritual guidance for July, part 2 of this reading will be over on Vimeo as always. I'm going to pull and interpret one card from the Healing with the Fairies Oracle by Doreen Virtue. To get additional wisdom and advice on how to handle the energies for the month of July. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you do find that my readings are resonating with you, and the best way to do that would be to watch the videos for previous months and see if that's what happened. But yeah, if I'm connecting with your energy, please do click that subscribe button. That way, whenever I upload new content, it'll go directly to your feed and you won't have to go searching for me. I don't want to get lost. I don't want you to lose me. If you're finding my videos helpful, so definitely check that out. But I think that's everything. So without further ado, let's jump in to July. Hey Leo, let's jump into July and see which runes want to give you an outline of the month. July 2018 for my Leos here. Let's see what the runes have to say. Nothing grabbing on, nothing grabbing on. It took a minute. As always, Leo, keep in mind these are general readings, so not all of these messages will apply to your specific circumstances. Some are going to be for the other Leos that are watching. You can always check out the video for your rising sign as well to get additional messages and information regarding what's going on for you in July. But if you would like something far more specific, dealing with your specific circumstances, you would need to connect with me in a private session. That way I can connect with just your energy and get a lot more details about your specific situation. So I do those on Skype. They're $70. Just drop me a line at my email address if you want to set up an appointment. If you need some extra guidance, specified guidance. But let's see in general what you are doing in July. Well, the challenge or focus is the 10 of Wands. So it's just, you got a lot to do. This is either at work, at home, hard work, a lot going on here. A lot of irons in the fire. Your challenge here may be to kind of, yeah, keep all these balls in the air, but it's exciting stuff. I feel like it's good stuff. It's new projects, things you're really excited about, feeling positive about, happy about. Because there's a lot of luck surrounding all of these projects or all of these things you have going on, or this is gonna lead to a reward at the end. The 10s are the end of a cycle. So it could be that you're completing a project, you're completing a cycle, or completing a phase, and are really excited about finishing, even though it's hard work, because you know it's going to be the result or the reward. It's going to be worth it here. The 10 of Wands can often show up as a challenge when there's a need to delegate. You know, maybe you can't do everything, you can't feasibly do everything or handle everything on your own, Leo, and you need to kind of give other people jobs or give the kids chores, right? Or let the kids do the grocery shopping, or, you know, give them or give others more to do, or just your team. If you're like a team lead or a boss, or if it's your employees, you know, you may need to kind of put more on their plate during the busy season. This could also be the energy of, we're making good money, the business is making good money, we're bringing in new customers, bringing in a lot of business, but it's hard work keeping up, or we got to keep getting new stock in, or we have to really keep them coming back, right? And you're exhausted at the end of the day here. So now for some of you, your challenge could be to keep busy, right? Maybe you're feeling like you've got all this energy, but nothing to do. So maybe there's, this could be kind of like, oh, I was gonna take a staycation, but now I'm 2 days into it and I'm bored. And you're like, you know, maybe there's, for some of you, maybe it's a forced hiatus. Maybe it's just a slow time on the business front, and you're like, well, I really need to find a project to pour this energy into, or I need to be thinking about when business picks up again, planning for that. But yeah, there could be just a difficulty in narrowing down your focus and focusing on one thing for some of you. Now, the energy in the present, so for some of you, this will be what's going on in the present when you're watching this video. For others of you, it could be end of June into early July, since we are focusing on July. We've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is fire sign energy like you. It could be another Leo, an Aries, a Sag, or it could be you, Leo. But in the reverse, this is like just energy in the extreme, but just feeling really antsy, having anxiety, or just an overabundance of energy. This can also be someone who is causing drama, starting drama. In the reverse, this energy can be a troublemaking energy, chaos, chaotic energy. They live their lives always at the height of drama, and so wherever they go, drama tends to follow. You know, so for some of you, this could be your partner, your husband, your wife. These court cards can be either male or female when they show up in these general readings. So this could be, for some of you, it could be your mom, because we do have the rune of mother here, but I feel like this is kind of more connected up here. But yeah, this could be somebody trying to reconnect. It could be somebody you've been separated from, or an ex, somebody wanting to get back together. It could be somebody that at work, or a boss that you used to work for. Maybe you're getting rotated, or now you're working for them again, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know, work for that person again. She's such a, you know, everything is the end of the world. It's always the end of the world with this person. She can also be a bit of a pain. I mean, there's just, it's a pain in the butt kind of energy, this person. It's all about them and what they want, and they're not very empathetic. They really don't give much of a crap about other people. Just the way that energy is in the reverse. So this could be somebody, I feel like with Esau here, this is somebody you've lost contact with, or maybe there's been a communication breakdown. You may still be living together if it is a partner, but if there has been no communication, you're not connecting, because you no longer maybe want to connect with this energy. Or Leo, if this is this may be how your partner's feeling about you, again, these energies can always work. For some of you, it's you. For others of you, it's someone else. But it would be someone very close to you, I feel, living with you, or who used to live with you, or that you used to be involved with in a partnership. And You know, it could be that you lost touch, you've been divorced for a long time, or you haven't spoken to this person in a long time, and then in July, lo and behold, you're hearing from them again, or they're showing up again, or, you know, old issues are coming up again, and they're trying to start their same old dramas again, or the same old argument is coming up again. But this time, if it happened, especially in that time frame, end of June, early July, this could be the last time. You could just be sick of it here, Leo, and be telling someone, you know what, we just need to call it quits here, or, you know, we just need to make this severance of ties permanent. Now, the help that's going to be available to you, you do have the Three of Cups in reverse. So for some of you, yeah, this is like someone trying to reconnect, someone trying to reunite, someone, you know, maybe even promising that this time it will be different, this time it will be new. They've changed, or, you know, we should give it another go. And this card in reverse is saying that you know this is a bad idea. You know this is not going to work. And you may be tempted, though, with Bjork to give it another go, to reconnect, especially if it is like mother, father, sister. I mean, if it's someone that you're like related to by blood, maybe you used to be close when you were younger, something of that nature. Or, you know, especially with a parent, those are important relationships, right? But sometimes we don't always get the best people in those roles, unfortunately. So I think this is just your thought process here for most of you, particularly if this is mom or one of your children, Leo, even. I mean, you know, it's unfortunate, but if it is somebody who just won't help themselves, who are always causing chaos and drama and wrecking your life, or stealing your money, or, you know, they have bad habits and they bring them into your house, and they hang around with bad people and they bring them into your house. I mean, you know, you got to have boundaries even with your own kids here. So I feel like some of you, it's either a parent or a child, because that's the energy I'm getting here. It could be a mother-in-law, it could be a grandmother even, or grandfather, but we've got the rune of mother here. So a mother figure or an older female figure. You know it's a bad idea to reconnect, so you're not going to. Even though you're kind of like, you know, I wish this could be fixed. I wish you could be the person I need. Or I wish things could be different. I wish I could believe you, but you know that this is like not. And for some of you, it may be that you are, okay, we can, you know, we don't have to not talk ever, but there's got to be boundaries, and it's not going to be the way it was. And I'm not going to, you know, basically we're not going to be close. There's not going to be like an all-in reconnection, but we can be civil. And as long as you're civil with me and treat me with respect and don't cross my boundaries, you know, you could be saying this to somebody, Leo, and someone else could be saying this to you. And the reason that would be a help is because then you know, okay, I got to color in the lines, right? If you're the one that maybe misbehaved or hurt someone. And same thing if it's them. There's B for boundaries, right? Okay, we can move forward here. We can try like kind of this truce, but it's not gonna ever be like, you know, we're super close, or and for some of you, especially if it's a parent or your child, you may be kind of like, well, you know, whatever, I'll take whatever I can get. Or you may be like, that's not good enough, depending on what this person has done in the past. Again, that's when a private reading would be necessary, because that would break down who this is and what specifically happened and what specifically would be happening in the future. But for most of you, what I'm seeing is, if you're reuniting with somebody, it will definitely be tentative. I would definitely have strong boundaries, and certainly it's not going to be super chummy or warm. So if that's what you're needing from the relationship, it may not even be worth it for you. Let's see if I'm getting, it seems like something else was trying to come through with that. Let me see for a second. Let's see if it comes back. What must be accepted about the month of July? We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. was once clouded or obscured or confusing, maybe something you didn't want to accept, because in the upright, this is about idealism, right? We've idealized a relationship. We've idealized a person because of who they are, because they're our parent, because they were our kid, because they were our mate, or because we were in love with them. We had love's, rose-colored glasses on. We were seeing what we wanted to see and not who someone really was. July seems like you're getting a very clear kind of disruptive. There seems to be an argument due to either someone's idealizing you, Leo, and we're all just people, right? We all have our flaws. Either someone's saying to you, I can't live with this, or you are saying that to someone else. And if it's you, I feel like for most of you, it's you saying it to someone else. But again, it's a relief. It's just like, because with this, I feel like it's like, oh, I got to tackle that. I really need to, I'm going to be so much happier if I can put this burden down, this relationship, these feelings that are burdening me. I'm going to feel so much better if I can just lose this situation. For others of you, it could be that these, are related, like this is a boss and you're just like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta leave this job. I gotta go, But I feel like for most of you, you're kind of losing yourself in your work with this to kind of get away from and avoid dealing with this personal situation, this relationship situation, your home situation. And at some point in July, I do feel like you're having trouble focusing though and getting everything done at work because it's just too much going on. But it does seem like in order to avoid maybe the personal life, you're losing yourself in your work. You're really like throwing yourself into that and scheduling at all hours, and just because maybe you don't want to go home or you don't want to have time to kind of think about the dynamics and think about this relationship or deal with this person if they live in your house. So, but at some point in July, you're not going to be able to keep up the ruse here, Leo. It's just, you're going to have to deal with it. So, and you're going to have to, but you may just be like, oh, if I can just get through July because I've got so much to do at work. The universe seems to have other plans, but it is going to be a relief because it's like, oh, putting that behind me, but it does seem like there may be one big blow up or an argument, disagreement, someone showing up unannounced, unexpected, or you kind of storming out or needing a place to stay, or going to a hotel for a few days. It does seem like someone's going somewhere else, leaving in a huff, leaving in a chaotic after an argument, and very childish and disappointing behavior, even though you've seen it before. This particular, again, last straw. We're at the last straw here with something, Leo. It's the straw that broke the camel's back. This is a burden, a heavy burden to carry. And in July, I feel like many of you maybe were supposed to put this down quite some time ago. And in July, if you haven't done so, some of you may have already done so, because again, these readings have about a 3-month window. So, because you're not all going through the same energies at the same time, that would be impossible. There's just too many people watching. So, for many of you, maybe this already happened in June. Those of you that are still dealing with this situation and doing the avoid, blinders, I'll deal with that later. If you're watching this on the June side, I would go ahead and get it out of the way. Rip that Band-Aid off, because if you don't, in July, it seems like things come to a head. And, it's going to be the same result, but it's kind of like you can just get it over with, right? Get it over with and move on, move forward. But a disappointing fit is what I'm feeling. Thrown by someone, And in some cases, Leo, it could be you, but I really feel like this is you dealing with it because you're the one trying to escape, right? You're trying to keep busy so you don't have to look at this. You don't have to deal with this. The outcome is good though. You got the Two of Wands. So the outcome of July is, you know, yeah, we've been disappointed, but we've gotten, work looks fantastic. I mean, as far as like work opportunities, creative opportunities, you may be getting news of 2 options at the end of July for promotion, for new jobs that would come with a pay raise. You may be able to negotiate salary. And because you have 2 options, if one is disappointing with Munyo here in reverse, it seems like you got another one on the table almost immediately or even at the same time. And so yeah, the Two of Wands is making a decision. Anytime we have a 2, we usually have a choice to make. Or some sort of opportunity being offered to us to link up with someone. And for you, it seems to be in finance, with job, career, promotion. Again, maybe this is what you were working toward. Like, once I finish this project, I know I'm in line for this promotion, or I know I'm getting this raise, or I know I'm getting this bonus. And so yeah, I mean, work and opportunities there look good in it, but it seems like personal life, and maybe personal life has suffered. Maybe the relationship, this distance has grown. This person has been acting out because you're never there, Leo. Maybe that they're saying that to you. You're always at work. You're a workaholic. I never see you. You don't make time for us. You don't make time for me, the family, whatever. You said you'd go to this event with me and you're not, you know, this family event, because now you always have to work. So for some of you, you may need to consider, Leo, the truth in that, you know, because it does seem you're overworking, and that's where all of your focus is. And yeah, you've got a goal in mind, but whenever we're throwing all of our focus into one area of life, another area is going to suffer. That's just the way it is. Balance is the goal, but few of us can maintain that for a long period of time, because I mean, there's just usually one area of life that requires more of our attention and focus and energy, right? And for you in July, it seems to be work, but that could be, again, you know, work's up here, but personal life is sunk way down here. And because it's kind of a hostile environment, because people are resenting this, you don't want to be there, or you don't want to, you know, you'd rather be at work because it feels better, right? The energy just feels better, and you are being appreciated there. So that's what I see here, Leo. There's some stuff that needs your attention. I think you need to make a decision here about a relationship. Am I going to let someone back in? Am I going to stay with somebody? Am I going to, you know, talk to this person again? Am I going to, you know, tentatively reunite but have boundaries? Seems like a lot of things need to be hashed out, though. And it could get a little heated at times, but I mean, that may be what it needs to be for you to make your decision, right? Somebody says, oh no, I've changed, and then, you know, storms off in a huff, just like they did last time when you disagree with them. Well, then there's your answer. And disappointing as it may be, at least you'll have an answer. So that's what I see here for July, Leo. But like I said, join me over on Vimeo now. I'm going to shuffle the Healing with the Fairies Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I want to see if we can get more advice on this personal situation, how to handle this. See if they can sum it up in one card. They've been doing really great about it. This is a pretty great deck for the spiritual guidance. So that link below is on over on my Vimeo. Don't forget your mid-year check-in reading covering July through December is over there as well, if you want to get a longer term view of how this is going to play out for you. Definitely check those out. And I will see you back here next month for August Rune Scope.